Hello. Welcome everyone. It's Jean with Kept in Stitches. Good morning. Let me see. I decided to come on because I saw there were several of you already in the chat. Hello, Tracy. Hello, JD Betsy, also known as Jean. Welcome. One of the other Jeans. And hello, Polly. Welcome. Great to see you. Good morning, Katie. Welcome. And I need to find. How am I going to get it here? Okay. I'm trying to pull that up on here. Mercy. I'm sorry. Just bear with me a minute. There we go. Now it's going to be there just in case so I could see the chat on there also. Thank you. Good morning, Danielle, and good morning, Debbie. Welcome. And there is Carol. Thank you, everyone, for popping on this morning and deciding to join me for my stitching chat. And Tracy, thank you for welcoming everyone. Okay. Let me see. Let me scroll up and make sure there isn't anyone I missed. I do not see that I have missed anyone. So today I am going to, of course, share with you our embroidery stitch of the week and the crochet stitch of the week. And I am also, when I finish with that, while I chat with you, I am going to be working on a quilt block that is for a block of the month, and it is called Folded Corners. I'm getting that one prepared for sharing it with another group that has a block of the month going on. So I already, and I moved that. Yeah, I got to figure out where I moved it to. But I think I moved it way back there. So I won't be sharing the other block with you this morning, but that's all right. We will have plenty to chat about, I hope. How is everyone doing this morning? Is it hot in your area? Tracy says she got her hand embroidery reference guide. She likes it. Thank you for the suggestion. You are more than welcome, Tracy. It is a great one to use as a carry-along reference, and it just has, the majority of the basic stitches at least in it, and a few ones that are a little bit farther along than basic. Good morning, Mary. But I always refer to it when I am sharing our embroidery stitch of the week. So yeah, any of you that are doing that, that is a great reference to have. And what we are talking about is this hand embroidery stitch at a glance little pocket guide for the stitches. So, and right after this live, for those of you in the Facebook group, I will be dropping in the file section the information for the embroidery stitch of the week and the crochet stitch of the week. So they will look like this for the embroidery stitch of the week, and it will look like this for the crochet stitch of the week. And we'll keep this one out because we will just get started on that here pretty good. Hello, Nancy. Good morning. But our embroidery stitch of the week this week is the Lazy Daisy stitch. And it is another one of my favorites and a very versatile stitch used in a lot of things and can be used a lot of different ways. So that is the one that we will be working on today. And we had a crazy storm here last night here in Ohio. Thunder, lightning, wind, and rain. Oops, No bad damage, thank heavens. Okay, you had that last night, because we actually had it the night before last here in my area of Ohio, and it was like 4 o'clock in the morning, and it was a lot of thunder and lightning, high winds, and it went on from about 4 in the morning until, I'm thinking, yeah, it would have been like after around 9 o'clock in the morning. I think that it was still pouring down rain here. So, and Mary says, same here in Western New York, lots of lightning. Yeah. And I think I was chatting with one of the ladies in Canada, and they were expecting a storm in her area too, which she lives in Ontario. So yeah. Hello, our treasured home, Nancy. Welcome, welcome. Great to see you. And Kathy is here. Good morning. And Tracy says that her difficulty with the daisy stitch is how to come up through the fabric into the daisy loop. Do we go back down directly through the same hole we came up in? No, you just go really close next to it. Yeah, a lot of times if you try to go directly in that same hole, you'll just end up pulling the stitch. So you just go real close next to it, which I'm going to try and hold this up close so you can see there at the base of my stitches, it's not in the exact same hole. It's coming up right really, really close next to it. And I don't know if you can see that in any of these, but yeah, you don't go directly in the same hole. Okay. Very good. Yes, you are welcome, Tracy. I hope that you were able to see that a little bit too, but I am going to go ahead and finish my portion that I have right down here of the Lazy Daisy stitch. And as I'm doing it, good morning, Lori. I don't think you're going to be able to see, but I will lower the laptop because I know my hand is going to be in the way, but you can kind of watch how I will be doing it. And we're way down. Yeah, we're way down here, but I'll try and bring that up, but there's no way of doing it with my camera angle. I'm sorry. Without you. See, I'm already up there, Tracy, and I'm going to go back down right next to that. And then I'm bringing my needle up at the base. And because I am also doing what looks like the stem of this, instead of doing a little stitch that we would normally do and come right back down there to hold it, I'm doing a long stitch and coming down here at the base. And you can always hold and adjust that with your thumb before you tighten that stitch and hold it down. So if you don't have the right shape, you can kind of work with that. Good morning, Kathy, and happy birthday, Kathy. Kathy from Kathy's Quilts and Crafts. It is her birthday today. So everyone, wish Kathy a happy birthday. I'm sorry, I'm not going to sing, Kathy, because I don't have a great singing voice. But happy birthday to you. I hope you will have a great day. Hello, Allie. Thunder and lightning on the Oregon coast also last night. Well, everybody was just getting those storms. It was Mother Nature was making her rounds, huh? But there again, I'm just coming right next to that, bringing the stitch up that's going to hold it in place right there at the base. Pulling that into shape. Never pull it too tight or it will close up your lazy daisy petal instead. And Nancy says, guess who, Nancy, since we have two of you here now, says we have just lots of heat. The feel like temp is going to get up to 111. Yes. I think that's about what we had yesterday, if I'm recalling correctly. We're supposed to have another high heat day today also. But this is the last of mine to work, to work on here. And I wish I could hold that. See, I'm just coming right next to that stitch. Coming to the bottom. And the thread then goes over that. I keep trying to keep my hand out of the way for you, but unfortunately, it's just not the right angle for that. And that is the last that I have. Oops, and that one did misshape a little. Trying to hold it, but it's okay. I'm leaving it that way. But I'm going to bring my thread up here. Trying to see what Tracy said. Oh, yes, we do. Okay. And now I'm going to bring this back up a little so I can see the chat and everything again, but I'm going to hold this up so you can see over here. These are the Lazy Daisy stitches down here, and I made a long stitch with that instead of just the little short one like is normally done in the ones up there. And that's just, I like to do something a little different with the stitches. So that is a stamp that I had. Actually stamped that, and I'll probably be doing some colonial knots where those circles are. Haven't decided on the rest, and of course I'll do colonial knots also around that center part, and then decide where I go from there. Oh, but there are going to be, I don't know if you can see, but the little dots right above here, those are going to be some French knots on there. So that is our embroidery stitch of the week, and you will find that on pages 38 and 39, and I used this part from there to draw on there to use for my Lazy Daisy stitch. And then you will also have this in the files section. It's a PDF that you'll be able to download in the Facebook group, which I think all of you on here are aware of the name of my Facebook group. Most of you are already in it. Yeah, it is cute to go ahead and just make that little, tacking stitch that you do to make the loop of the Lazy Daisy stay in place and make it long and incorporate it right into a stem or just a decorative stitch, however you might want to use that. It could be used for several different things, but yes. So I will go on to, yeah, it's a nice, and I printed that picture out nice and big, so you don't have to squint to try and see what it is. But yeah, that is what the PDF will be for that. And then, of course, we have our crochet stitch of the week. Hello, Charlotte. Welcome, welcome. Good morning to you. Of course, yes, it is still morning for a while. This is getting a little big. It's growing. Imagine that, which I'm not sure how many weeks we have on this so far. I'll have to figure that out. Kind of lost track. But our crochet stitch of the week is the herringbone double crochet. And I have always thought that may be, thank you for dropping the links, Tracy. Oh, you dropped the link to my Facebook group. Thank you very much. Yes, if you're not a member of that, please make sure that you do sign up. Okay, Did I miss anyone coming in? We don't think so. Okay. Don't want to. If I do miss saying hello to you, I apologize. Sometimes it's hard to keep track on what I'm doing and also um, following along and catching everything that is in the chat. So if you, hello, I see that Gladys popped on. Good morning, Gladys. Debbie says, well, there must be a problem with the invisible ink fabric pens. I have misplaced mine and can't find it. Oh, invisible ink. Do you mean the disappearing ink? Because it wouldn't work too good to have an invisible ink one for marking. I think you are referring to the disappearing ink one, Debbie. Is that what you're referring to? But yeah, I had a problem finding mine the one time too. It kind of walked away with one of those squirrels that come in here. But hopefully you will find it, Debbie. But okay, as I was saying, our crochet stitch of the week this week is the herringbone double crochet. And it is really a very easy stitch to work on. But I want to say this before I forget. As I was doing mine to prepare for this morning, for some reason, it seemed to me like the stitch was a lot looser, or it wasn't that the stitch itself is loose, but for some reason, um, it needed for me to go down a size and hook, because on the top of it, I was getting like a slight ruffling effect, like it wasn't going to lay flat. So whenever you are crocheting something and you switch from one stitch to another, and it seems like it's going to be just a tad bit bigger than your others, don't be afraid to try going down a hook size and then go back to your other hook that you were using when you do the next stitch. It just happens that way sometimes. So I have been using an L, which is an 8mm. So I went down to the 7mm, which does not have an alphabetical name. It is one that is in between the K and the L, and it is a 7mm stitch hook. Yeah, so that's what I'm using. But anyway, for the herringbone crochet, you are going to do a yarn over, just like you're going to do a double crochet. You're going to go into your stitch, yarn over, pull up that loop. And now instead of doing any yarn over or anything, you're just going to take that loop and you're going to pull it through the next loop on your hook. And then you're going to yarn over and you pull through both loops on your hook. And that completes the stitch for the herringbone. So it is yarn over, go in the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. You're going to take that loop and you're going, and it makes kind of a little sideways, which with the purple yarn, I get close enough here and hold it. Sometimes it lightens, it will adjust and lighten up. But yeah, with the purple yarn, you're not going to be able to see that stitch real well. But I think you were able to see how I was demonstrating that. I can see exactly what you are doing. Well, thank you, Tracy. Yeah, you can't see the stitch too well itself, but it at least you can see what I'm doing. So it's just the yarn over, go in the stitch, bring up the loop, take that loop through the next one, yarn over through just one, yarn over, go through both. And you are going to do that all the way across, however many stitches you have, oopsie, on your Afghan sampler. And it is a really quick one to catch on to. I wonder why my yarn, it was pinched in between the Afghan and my desk there. The dark yarn shows up well on the light crochet hook, yes. It does that, but it doesn't show up too well for you to try and see what the actual stitch itself looks through, which sometimes, like I say, if you hold it there a while, the light will adjust, but it's not going to. So I won't even try that again. But okay, I'm going to do that again. Yarn over, go in the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull that loop right through the first one. And I lost part of my yarn, so I'm going to start that over. It split on me. Yarn over, go in there, yarn over, bring up a loop, take it through the one, yarn over through one, yarn over through both, and just continue on that way. And you'll just get in a really good rhythm doing that. But I'm going to bring it down by me if there's anyone that wants to see that again. While I'm doing that, just let me know. Hello, Lori Clark. So is our other Lori here, and I'm not seeing where she came on. I'm just wondering if I missed you. But okay. So yeah, this is a really, really fun and quick stitch to do. You just have to make sure you don't get talking too much and forget and yarn over when you're not supposed to on bringing that first one through, and then just make sure you only go through one the second time and through the last two on the hook for the final time. Lori is cleaning today and sewing later. That's what I should be doing. I have some house cleaning to do, but I will have to get to it. What is today? Today's Friday. Hopefully I'll get to it tomorrow. Tomorrow is grocery day, so it can be cleaning day when I get back, and then I can come out and have fun in the stitching again. How many years young are you today, Kathy? I'm going to take a guess. I'm thinking you're either 65 or 66 today, Kathy, right? That's my guess. If we're allowed to guess, you don't have to tell. Yeah, 25. I like that, Tracy. I don't think I. Oh, mercy. That was a good one. I like 65. Okay, yeah. I thought it was 65. I don't know why I was adding long. I call myself the one that I'm already adding on for the next year. And then when it gets to my birthday, I have to ask my husband, how old am I? Because I can't remember. And for this stitch, I also need to say is you will just repeat that stitch however many rows that you want to, but always make sure that you end on the wrong side, because we always start our new stitch on the right side. So you always want to end up on the wrong side. And I want to say too that, and I have to look because I changed my mind on what I was doing. Yeah, when I went down the size in hook, I can't tell now. I got to pull it up so I can see what my chain 2, but it says the chain 2 does not count as a stitch. If you find that you're getting that little hump there by not counting that as a stitch, go ahead and take your stitch, not in that very first one then, but do it in the second one so you don't get that little hump on the end. Just make that you're sure that you're consistent in doing that, and then it'll come out okay. Tracy says she's 58, but who's counting? I know. I'm not counting. Hello, Cheryl. I don't think I saw you come on if you were on earlier, so welcome. Great to see you all this morning. And will take a drink of my coffee. I'm sure it's already getting cold by now. Do you think I have a big enough mug this morning? It's like I needed to bring a big one back. My stitch count will hit 60 by the end of the year. No problem. Your stitch count. Okay, Lori. That's cute. Oh, yeah, that's cute. My, my stitch count, if we're going by years, is going to be higher than that. But I've already had my birthday this year, so won't be adding any more on. But I'm just going to work on this a little bit. You know, and I don't know if you're all watching me, yell at me if I go. Charlotte, are you 72? I didn't realize that. 72 years young. Tracy says she's already losing count anyway. Oh. But yeah, if you get talking, you can forget what part you were on when you are doing this stitch sometimes, because you do have to make sure that you just don't automatically yarn over and go through 2 when you're only supposed to be going through that 1. You probably won't notice it if you make that mistake, but at least it's not going to throw your stitches off. See, that still has a tendency, even with going down the smaller hook. I don't know why it is that has a tendency to want to get a little wider doing that stitch. Maybe it's because it lays kind of diagonally instead of straight up and down. Maybe when I get the second row in, it won't do that. That could be. What stitch are you using, Jean? Okay, you popped in there late, Susan. Sorry, didn't see you. We are doing the herringbone double crochet stitch for our crochet stitch of the week, Susan. And I will do that again slower and hold it up so you can see. But you are doing your yarn over like a double crochet, going into your next stitch, yarn over and pulling through that loop. Now you are not yarning over, you're just taking that loop and pulling through the one next to it. Then you're going to yarn over, go through just one loop on the hook, and then yarn over and go through both. And that is how the herringbone stitch, double crochet stitch is made. So again, it's yarn over, go in the next stitch, catch that yarn, bring it up. You're taking that loop, going through the next one on the hook, yarn over, go through just one loop on the hook, then yarn over and go through both loops on the hook. And that is the very simple herringbone double crochet. So I hope that helped any of those of you who did not catch it the first time. Tracy said, I like this age because my friends are better than ever. Okay, and now I have a little dog that is running out the door, of course, wouldn't you know? Maybe if I ignore her, she'll come back and lay down. Oh, so everyone is saying hello. Oh, yes, I know that you also crochet, Susan. So, yeah, you are welcome. So, yeah, if I'm missing anything. Oops, hi. Okay, but I'm going to do this for a little bit longer, and then I am going to start working on the block that I have to get done. And it's just a block that I'm working on for something else. It's not the block of the month for our Facebook group yet. That doesn't come out until the first Friday of the month. So that will be next week on Friday that you will all, be ready for the, for the next block in our block of the month. Hello, yo, Patty G. Welcome, welcome. It is going well. How is it going for you? I know Susan is an awesome knitter as well. I know how to knit a little. I'm not a great knitter, I will say that. It's not one of the things that I did as much of growing up. So I can knit a few things, but I am a much better crocheter than knitter. And I have published a few crochet patterns that I have designed myself also. So, alrighty, let me see if I missed anything. That one's behind. I'll look at this one. Yes, Kathy is so excited because she's going to get her prosthetic in 2 weeks. Yay! Congratulations. I'm so excited for you, Kathy. Yes. Well, I'm going to put this down and so that we don't end up with a little dog making a bunch of noise because she really does want out. I am going to step away real quick, let her out. I'm sorry, excuse me. And I will be right back. There you go. Okay. Sorry about that. I won't let her back in, so we don't have to worry about that again. But yeah, the block that I'm working on is the folded corners block. And I have these squares that I need to draw my line on the back of for all of those. So I'm going to do that real quick. Because I always have everything laid out on the board, and it's not a churn dash. I just picked the other part of that's already under there ready to be sewn. And I just picked up all of these that are going to be like a flying geese unit. And I'm going to draw my line on the back of those. And I was going to say, yep, that a ruler over here that I can do that with. And there is Lori from Quilting in the Country. I thought you were. We're also on. Good morning to you also this morning. It is also my sister Judy's birthday today. I don't know if she's watching or not, but just in case she is, happy birthday, sis. Wish I could be there to celebrate it with you. But I will be giving you a call this afternoon. And Donna says she will get her thread in 2 weeks. Yes, she ordered her thread for her over the river and through the woods yesterday. All excited. What? All of a sudden, the chat's moving fast there. Folded Corners block is one of my favorites. Yes, it's a nice one. Which this is for a guild that I'm in, and I have to choose the blocks, and we have 2 blocks every month because we have one for beginners and one that is an intermediate advanced one. So, hello, Gisela. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. It's nice to see you also. And I don't think I missed anyone else. Thank you. Yep, fur babies are people too. Okay, going quick there. Tracy, do you have my channel? I'm sure she has your channel. She will drop that, Kathy. Oh, yeah, we don't want to forget anybody's. Oh, yeah, we don't want to forget anybody's. Uh, Already farther up, Kathy. Maybe we just missed it, but I'm sure Tracy will grab that link for us and put it in there. There it is, Kathy. Thank you, Tracy. You are on the ball this morning. But yeah, I'm just drawing my lines diagonally across so I can start working on this. I don't always do these patchwork square ones exactly how they say to do them. Sometimes if I know of an easier method of making it, I will do that. Which on the, oops, I'm going to have to work back and forth because I forgot. I've had my laptop over on the other side, but to do the live today, I needed to bring it over here. So I don't have as much room to work here as I normally do. So I'm going to move that out of my way so I don't end up dropping it off there. But we will look. It is saying to make the 4 patches first. So I'm going to stick those back up there where they belong. Only 2 per block. We don't need 4 per block. But I have these ready to go. And this is an example of how I did not cut the half square triangles the way they say on here, because they had you, of course, cutting 4 7/8 squares instead, and you're going to be making a 4.5 inch unfinished one, a 4-inch finished. So I cut my 4.5 inch strips, and I think you can see that I use the half square triangle ruler instead, so that I lay the light one on the bottom right side up, the dark one on the top right side down against that, and use that and just take that ruler, cut them that way. And with the dark one on top, when I take it over to the sewing machine, it is all ready to be sewn and lined up. Make sure you take your little number for the color number, but I'm taking all these and lining them up, and it will be ready to press to the dark side when I am done doing that. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Yes. I'll go see your channel after Jean. Yes, check out everybody's that you haven't seen yet. But so now I've already got this set up to sew. My scant 1/4 inch is what I always use in my piecing. Then I'm just going to chain piece these through real quick. Make sure we don't have any questions going on while I'm doing that. I'm going to have to watch my bobbin because it's getting a little on the low side. Okay, cut these apart. And like I said, because I stitched them all with that dark right on top, now all I have to do, I can move this out of my way since I'm done with that. So I can pull this a little bit closer. But now I'm just going to press these open. And what's nice about also using the half square triangle ruler is you only have one dog ear to trim off, because the other one, because it has that flat, which if you see on the ruler, has that little straight part right there. So you only have the one pointed end on it when you are sewing them. So you only end up with one dog ear to trim off. And because it is straight at that one, it helps you to also line those up better and be more accurate with the stitching. Oops, you got to be accurate on the pressing too. Of that. So now I'm going to check, just make sure that we're coming out the correct size. Yep, don't have any trimming to do on that. I'm looking for my rotary cutter. Sorry. So I'm just going to clip off that one little dog ear. Did somebody get stung? It is folded corners, Donna. And yeah, I'm playing bobbin chicken. It is the folded corners block, and it's for a different group that I'm in. I just need to catch up and get these blocks sewn and ready before Sunday. So I am working on that today while we stitch. But it is the folded corners block. It's a cute one to do. You just have to make sure that you have your dark fabric, a dark, and that one that folded in the same color family as the other, and a medium one. Otherwise, you won't get that folded look effect on it. But I'm going to put these up right away here where they belong. Make sure I'm laying them the right way. And next I need to do all of my flying geese. So I'm going to bring all those down here. Should be 4 of them. Okay. Slide that back out of my way. Oh, Marshall got stung. I'm sorry to hear that. Is that who got stung? I have to slide up. I don't see. I don't see. Okay. And this white fabric is very, very hard to see. And as I have shown before, and I'm doing so that you don't catch, when you lay it on, I do not start at this end where the point is, because that can get caught in your machine. Start by sewing the diagonal on this longer one that you have. And because you're going to be folding it to the outer edge, you know that when you are stitching on that line, you don't want to go directly on that line. You want to go about a thread or 2 over so that it is accurate, but you will know to go on the left side of that line on this one because that is the part that's on the outside. That's an easy way to remember that. I got a little exaggerated on that, but it'll be okay. It will be okay. And this is my next one. Make sure you have it turned the correct way also. But I'm just giving a few hints as I go along here on this. I'm not, actually. This isn't a true demo or whatever. I'm here talking this morning. It's on Kathy's YouTube. Okay, the bee got stung by Marshall. Okay, yeah, Gisela Good says that she has been taking it easy, but you're tired today. I'm sorry. Yeah, maybe he won't chase them as much. Maybe he will shy away from them. You won't believe what I did as a kid growing up around bees. There were a lot of clover, fields back then because people didn't treat as much as they do now, their yards and stuff. And we grew up, of course, always barefoot in the summer. And I would see the bees and we'd be walking through the clover fields. And I got to where I knew how to step down with my foot real quick. And I would actually kill the bees with my bare feet walking through the clover fields. And I never got stung. And so, he ate. Marshall ate a bee. Ooh, yeah, that could be bad. Could have a delayed reaction sting. Oh, why I did that, I do not know, but I still remember it. I always thought, it was so much fun to just right and kill that bee before it got a chance to sting me. Okay. First. Okay. I don't see. Yeah, the board's always in my way here when I want to press. I always press mine before trimming. Doesn't really make any difference, but that's just what I do. And then I bring them over and trim. And I just used the 1/4 inch on the same ruler I was using for my half square triangles to trim the 1/4 inch. Lisa is hiding. There is a dumb dog that swallowed a bee. I don't know why he swallowed a bee. Cute, Lori. Cute. I think I said last time that I need to change the blade in this row, and I don't know why I keep picking this. Well, I know why I keep picking this one up, because it's my favorite. That's why I keep picking it up, but I need to change the blade in it, and I'm not really sure. I need to check because I'm not really sure whether I have any Any more blades? I might have run out and I might need to get some. Hello, Lisa. Lisa doesn't have to hide from me, says Tracy. Oh. Hello, Lisa. Okay, I'm ready for the other. Oops, we better lay that correctly. I was about to sew it the wrong direction. Don't want to do that. No, no, no. And this time on this one, I'm going just a couple threads to the right of my line. Okay, there we go. Hello, Donna. Welcome. How are you doing this morning? My machine is a Janome 6600P, Charlotte. It is a workhorse. I don't believe I will need another sewing machine in my lifetime. Knock on wood, since I said that. Don't want anything to happen to it, but yeah. I've had it since these machines first came out. In fact, mine was ordered before they were on the shelves yet for sale. And I'm not exactly sure what year that is. I keep saying when people have asked, I need to go and I need to pull out my manual. I'm sure I still have the receipt. I have a habit of doing that. And I would be able to tell. So next time somebody asks me that, I will know. Does anyone know? Does anyone know what, Charlotte? If you ask something else, I didn't see it. So I don't know what I may be missing on that. Okay, now I'm ready to. There's Lisa. She did answer. Okay. Yes, I answered. If it was about my sewing machine, it's the Janome 6600. And I don't even know if they're making that model anymore, but they have very similar. I would give it rave reviews and recommend it to anyone. has the built-in walking foot. It has several walking feet. I mean, different attachments for the walking foot that you can add on. I have the in the ditch, the 1/4 inch, the no, I can't remember all of them. There's 3 or 4 of them that I have. But okay, and of course I save all the little ones that I trim off and make half square triangles out of them to be used in something else, or the center of a crumb block or something later on. But there's all my little flying geese now ready to go on in the correct position, and make sure that I do put them in the correct spot on there, which why they are showing it that way for sewing that one. You could end up with it upside down very easily if you looked at that diagram. But they go with the points out. Make sure, yes, that is correct. So now I'm going to sew all of the other light rectangle ones onto that. Charlotte says that she's going to jump off and check that. I'm in market for one. Okay, yes. Janome 6600P. Invisible Lisa, I still can't hear her. There seems to be a slight delay. Yes, there is always a little bit of a delay. Hello, Beverly. Good morning. Welcome. Great to see you. So now I'm going to flip these over on all of these. And so that I do not, well, I don't have to, yeah, I don't want to cut my point off on my, I don't have to, yeah, I don't want to cut my point off on my flying geese. So I am going to stitch these with this part up so I can see how that makes the little X in the thread there? I want to be able to see that when I'm sewing them, because I want to make sure that I stitch 1 to 2 threads right above where that X meets, and then I will not cut off the point to my flying goose. So I am going to lay those all that way, and I'll line them up better as they get to the machine. And of course, Katie Sue is now barking outside the door to be let in, but I'm not going to play her in-out game right now. Sometimes she will do that every 5 minutes. So she will just have to wait until I am done doing what I'm doing, because I'm not going to play that game this morning. I'll have to look and see. It's been about an hour, but okay. I, for one, do not recommend a baby lock Jazz 2. Okay, that's good to know. Beverly is in the house. Yes, she is. Hopefully I'll see you later, Charlotte. And Gisela, you take care and enjoy your company, and do not overdo it. Make sure you do not injure anything else or make your shoulder worse before you are able to have your surgery. Okay, so now I'm ready to stitch these. So as I get to that X, I'm going to slow down, and I'm going to make sure that I'm just to the right of that X, so I do not cut off the points. And if you stitched everything correctly up to that point, you should have no problem because it should pretty much automatically line up that way on its own. Is there anyone on that didn't notice I finished the quilt top portion of the Long Time Gone? It has the borders on it and everything. So now all I have to do is quilt it. But of course I need to get this other quilt off the long arm first. Ben's supposed to be getting that done. Need to watch that bobbin. Okay. You know, it's been on my schedule, but for some reason it keeps getting pushed to the side because there's always something else coming up. So I have not gotten that quilt done yet. Huh. I wonder why you can't see her, Tracy. I see her. She's hiding just from you. Maybe you didn't count high enough in the hide and seek game, Tracy. Maybe that's it. Okay. And as I press these, I am going to press to the plain rectangle block and not the flying geese one. It's so quiet in here. It's like I'm totally talking to myself, but I know I'm not. I know most of you are listening to me, right? Just shake your heads so I can see them. She can't see you either. Well, that's funny. I wonder what's up with that. I wonder what's up with that. That is strange. Never know what's going to happen in the tech world. But there you can see that the point is not cut off. None of them. And doing out that way, your point's always there. Aren't I brave in showing you every one of them? None of them cut off. Now we'll bring the board back and make sure we put everything back in the correct place. Which this is the beginner block out of the two. No, yeah, this is the beginner one. I already did the intermediate advanced one last night. So now I am going to sew the top row, the middle row, and the bottom row together and then attach them. This one didn't get pressed very well. Give that another press there. Check the rest of them to make sure too. I think the rest are okay. We'll give this one a little extra before I sew those together. I want them all to be nesting right. You know, I could sew them down the other way, but we'll do it the way that they show. And of course, I have this so because you press to the dark, that one is going the wrong direction. So I'm going to turn it so it's not, and I will repress that. And check that I still have enough bobbin. You asked a question earlier. Chat was going too fast to catch it. Do you have a central quilting machine? I was gifted one yesterday and hope to make some quick projects with it. No, I do not have any type of knitting machine, Patty G, but that sounds interesting. Debbie says she dreams of being able to make all of my flying geese without space between the point and the seam next to it. Yeah, there shouldn't be. It's usually people have a problem with the other happening, Debbie. You might want to check the measurement on your 1/4 inch again if you are having that issue. Check to make sure I'm sewing these correctly. Don't want to bring someone out who we shall not. I did have to bring her out last night a couple times. It was like she came out once to play and she decided she enjoyed playing, so she came out again. Hopefully we wore her out last night and she won't come out to play today. Click at the top of the live chat. It will give the option of top or all chat. Well, live chat. It'll be either the top chat or the live chat. You want to be in the live chat. Yeah, just check to make sure you actually have that set up right, Debbie. Okay, there we go. And yes, you'll probably notice I'm not a pinner. I line things up and use my fingers as the pins. For the most part. There are times I do pin. But I'm not a big pinner. I've got all of them. Okay. Are there any questions anyone has? Scoot that just that way a little bit. To find what I just stitched there. This one must come down here. You can tell by the direction that it is. I press that in, so this one I have to press out. I'm looking going, okay, how come there's a block still up there? Because this goes on the other side. You need to press it in because the other one's pressed out for when I nest the seams on the next portion. Okay, and I'm going to show you this just because. Which way did I just press this? I just repressed it the wrong way. That one that's going in. But I'm going to show you real quick because I said I do not pin. And I want to show you where those two come together on those points up there. Without pinning, they come exactly where they are supposed to be. Oh, that does go that way. Had me concerned there for a minute. I thought my half square triangle was going the wrong direction, but it's not. Okay, I'm going to press the others. Not press, I'm going to stitch the others. One to 10 when I'm dressmaking, not necessarily when making a quilt. Okay, that probably has to do with the pinning, right? And Tracy says she closed out and came back in. Still don't see Lisa. Thank you, Tracy. Do not see Lisa saying much, just now and then. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, it's been an hour. So like I said, if anyone has any questions that I may be able to help with, or somebody else in chat may be able to feel that good there. Get that under and then line up the rest of that so it doesn't move on me. And check that I'm not going to run out of bobbin. Quite the game of bobbin chicken this morning. Okay, now I'm going to line this up. Hello, Teresa Louise. How are you? Go to your channel studio and see if you have Lisa blocked. That would be why you can't see her. Okay. For some reason, they can't see each other. The rest of us are all seeing them, so. Okay, I am pressing those in. I'm going to do it this way so I know that. Okay, and I'm going to turn around and see if there is anything I have missed while I've been. Lisa's having lunch and attempting to behave. Oh, that can be hard for you sometimes, Lisa, correct? Oh, I hope you are doing well, Teresa, and that hubby is also doing well. I will see what I can find out there, Teresa. I never go into my channel settings, but it is worth a look-see. Thank you. Yes, Teresa is always a wealth of tech information. Hello, Lorraine. Welcome. Then Lisa needs to check her studio too. She may have Tracy blocked. That would be kind of funny. No. Okay. Hello, Lorraine. It's getting close to me closing, unless everybody is okay. Maybe I will go ahead and try to finish up this block before I go off. I don't have a whole lot more to go. I think I have the hardest portions of it complete. Not that there were any hard portions in this. Believe me, there isn't. But pretty much a straightforward block. And I'm pressing out. More to go. Make it easy on myself and repress that seam before I sew it because it's going the wrong direction to nest. Now to make sure I didn't turn it around, I'm laying it the correct way because I do not want to have to undo anything. Trying to get to studio. Thank you, everyone. Y'all are having your own little party in the chat. We'll call it a party. That's in, so this is out on the pressing. And there again, no pinning, but still have those points coming right together good. So if you're good at being a finger pinner, you don't have to always use pins. This is where one area that I do use pins though. A longer stretch, I will pin where the seams meet here on this because my fingers don't reach that many areas to hold in place as I stitch. So that is where I will use a pin. Now we've got this one that we need to switch over there. Okay. And I'm still watching that bobbin. We only have one more seam it's got to make it through. That's not a talent, Tracy. That's just a lot of practice. You can do it too. But it's just, you know, I just don't like to take the time to always pin. So I make sure I still line up well, though, where I don't pin and hold it. The last one wants to just slightly move on me. I'll get that better when I get down there farther. And when I do pin, I do not remove that pin until I get like one. See, I hold it and I come slowly right up to it and stop my needle to where it is just missing that pin. Because if you are pinning, you don't want to take it out before you come to that pin because then you might as well not have pinned. Okay. Gracie says she's getting paranoid. Not a lot of chat going on. No. The chat looks frozen. Everybody kind of stopped chatting all of a sudden. Okay. I'm going to press up. Make sure everything's still going the right way. Up the last one, and if the bobbin makes it, we'll be good. And I think it's going to. Press those the wrong way. How did I do that? No, I didn't. I'm looking at it wrong. Okay, we're going to pan those again. So I know which way I want that. This time I'm going to stick a little pin down here. And this one is going the right way. Okay, sorry for getting quiet there. I was concentrating. Okay. Now that side's going round and round and round. Hey, Susan. I say Susan. Cool. That sounds fantastic. Okay. Not missing anything. But I am going to finish this last seam, press it, and this block will be done. Everything that I had to work on while I was doing this will be completed, so that's good. You can check them all off my schedule. I think there were a couple things the other day that I didn't get to when I was supposed to and had to move them to the next day. I hate when that happens. That's when you have to worry about getting behind. Okay. Forgot my board was kind of hanging off the side there to make room. Nice looking block, if I do say so myself. We'll hold it up here in just a minute. All pressed. Well, why am I pressing that on this board? I wasn't thinking. I moved it over, but that's okay. We didn't press long. Yeah, make sure I got it the right way. And there we have the folded corners block. All finished and completed. So there you have it. And I will quickly run over because I know where it is, and I will show you the other block. That is the intermediate advanced one instead. And it's not going to look like there was much to it. I'm going to show you the pattern first. You'll see that there were several pieces in it. It's called Aunt Nancy's Favorite. And I don't know why they constructed it the way they did, why they didn't use a square in there and some of the things, but that's just how they did it. So you had quite a bit of different piecing there to do, and then make sure that everything was still going the right direction. But here is that block completed. Look, and I always look when I'm holding it up because sometimes you didn't catch a mistake you might have made. So both of those blocks are done and ready for the quilt build on Sunday. So very good. I am caught up on everything that is on my schedule. Yay. But love the block. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Lisa. Pretty blue. Okay, I'm not a blue person, but I used it in there. I'll use it if I have it. So thank you, Tracy. Okay, here's your last chance for any questions or say goodbye to whoever you want to say goodbye, because I have shared everything with the embroidery stitch of the week, the crochet stitch of the week, and also worked on the block of the month for the guild that I'm in. And that is everything that I had to work on during this live today. So yay. I planned that very well on getting everything done. So I hope that you all have a pleasant afternoon, that you all get to have some stitching time and work on whatever it is that you have that you want to get accomplished today and stay on track on your schedules. I like your little toodles, Susan. That's always your little thing. But yes, thank you everyone for being here with me this morning. If there's anything that you would like to see in one of my lives or like to see me demonstrate, if you're in my Facebook group, just drop that in there. If you're not, just go ahead and leave it in the comments after this live is over. And I will also have it was in here, but I will also, in all my videos, I always have the link to my Facebook group, which is Friends of Captain Stitches Quilting Stitching Bee. If any of you are not in that and want to be, feel free to ask to join. And there's a few questions, but nothing in, complicated in that. And I will see that and I will go ahead and approve you, so that if there are things that you see that we are you can join in with us and have a great time. In that group, you can join in with us and have a great time. The more the merrier, I always say. So take care, everyone. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Kathy, happy birthday again. My sister, happy birthday. And remember, as always, in the meantime, I can keep you in stitches. Bye-bye, everyone.